Thanks, Dr. Sood, for the introduction. So, as said, Neeraj introduced you social media. So, you would have seen people posting their images with smoking, with drinking on social media. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday. I have a son. He's on social media. He smokes. Can you change his behavior? People, as ma'am rightly said, they are hooked on to Facebook. I mean, can you get them out? How do you get them out? So, gamification is something that will help us. So, what's our state of nation? We are the youngest nation. So, where do we want to be 10 years, 20 years from now? Healthy or unhealthy? It's the choice we will make. Neeraj also covered. We are known and would be known as diabetes destination if we don't stop now. And whenever there's a talk on rural India, I read on reports on urbanization. So why this too? When rural India is getting converted to urban India, there's a convergence. So single solution for everyone. So focusing on our workforce and students, that's the young India. So where does our future lie? We have a highest GDP growth, ever increasing per capita income, move towards westernization, and we are the generation of fast food. There's an interesting quote I would make. We have more McDonald's and Domino's in any city than the number of gyms we have. So that shows us the truth that we live in. And here comes the path. From yesterday, as I am hearing the conferences, that's when I come with it. Games are universal. It's part of our culture. Go to rural India, go to urban India, everyone plays game. The games differ, but everyone plays it. So how do you use this to influence the behavior, to change the behavior? Now coming to gamification. Gamification might sound like a complex word, but it's pretty simple. Taking your routine process, routine task, and making it in a game kind of a format so that it's playful. So if I have to take an example, so if you have to take your regular medication 3 times a day, 7 days a week, people skip medications, they don't take it, they might forget it. What if you provide them a small checkboard wherein they keep taking, and it's in a game format wherein if they achieve everything, they take their medications on time, they get rewarded. So people would adhere to medications on that. So who's the segment who would use our gamification? So everyone has a mobile phone, as Dr. Sood rightly mentioned. So and there's an example. We in India don't look at health as our primary objective. So what if tomorrow a school starts, if you get fit, you would get additional marks to it. But then our traditional mindset, we like our kids to be golu molu, and if anyone says, they makes you realize your kid is fat. Nahi, khate peete ghar ka hai. So, and I am example, my parents do that. So coming to gamification, so it basically leverages your human emotions. So it gives you power of recognition and reward. It gets you into a competition, as Neeraj said, create a close group of friends, get into a competitive mode. And when you get into a competition, there's an enormous peer pressure. When I walk and he doesn't walk, he feels the pinch. He's sitting there, is walking. He has the same workload. Why can't I walk? Dr. Sood has a pressure. If they both are walking, why can't I walk? So that's a peer pressure that social media and gamification together creates, and they help you change your behavior. There's another twist to it in a gamification format. How about your employer offering you a premium gym membership for free? The only clause is, if you don't go there, you have to pay for it. What will you do? Either you would go every day, or you end up paying a penalty. So health would improve. So how does gamification help? It creates an environment of community. It brings together your families, friends. It's a social infrastructure to help you perform. And I mean, the biggest challenges that we see today: obesity, bad lifestyle, not taking medicines. No one goes for a regular health checkup. Hypertension checkup. I mean, India, there's no concept of wellness. It's all illness. You fall ill, go to a doctor. Why can't you go every 6 months for a preventive checkup? So gamifications can provoke that thought. They can make you understand you need to go there. So integrating health, social media and gamification. Why do I need to get social media in? As we are moving to urbanization, we are living in nuclear families. We don't have our grandmom with us who can guide us. If you have X symptom, do this, do that. We don't have that. We need friends, families on a social network who can guide us if we need some advice. That is where social media comes in. And social media helps you create your emotional connect. You are in a new city. As Neeraj said, he doesn't know any doctor. How can he trust his life on a doctor? Social media helps him establish that emotional connect with a doctor. He has many good reviews there. And I mean, this is repeat. So gamification could help you do lifestyle changes. It can help you manage chronic diseases. It can help you in medication adherence. So the biggest question I talk to people, alcoholic people, smoking, behavioral change is not possible. I mean, you can't change a person's behavior. Why can't you do it integrating social media? I mean, as you rightly said, there's a peer pressure that comes in, like, dislike. So that's where you can change a behavior. So these are some examples. So this is a Fitbit device wherein when you walk certain miles, it gets updated. And for a group, you can see how much each person has walked. iPhone has millions of applications on health. VFit is another gaming example wherein you do body movements. So that's where it comes in. The gaming is not all sitting on a couch and being a couch potato. It's not physical movement. Coming to Kinect, this is an emerging platform that has come up for healthcare. So if you need to do a physiotherapy session for a set of 10 patients, a doctor sitting in his home can monitor 10 patients connected to Kinect console, and he can perform physiotherapy sessions. They all can do movements. He can monitor it if they are doing it correctly. You can treat autism using Kinect. And how much does it cost? It's $125, $150, $7,000 per piece. So I mean, that's one of the most innovative technologies of emerging times, and this can probably redefine the future.
Manish, it's nothing but a gaming device. It's not meant for healthcare. It's a gaming device which people have taken and integrated.
And the surgeon that is here, now I am not a doctor, I am not a surgeon, but what I've read and heard is they often have to see scans and things in between. So when you use Kinect, they can just standing at the OT, flip their hand and swipe between different images in the OT. So that has come in handy. This is being used in US and Canada and many leading nations. So Kinect is your basic natural human interface. You don't need a keyboard, you don't need a mouse, you swipe your hands and your work is done. You can use it for physiotherapy. You can use it for medical simulation for different tasks. You can use it in OTs. You can use to treat autism, and it has all the features that you would require for infrastructure for telemedicine. I mean, there's a lot of talk and hype around it, but this has every ingredient that you would need to set up a telemedicine center. So, I mean, someday we would have a hospital wherein we will have Kinect. So, if there are any questions, I would be glad to take that.
Sure, that there will be enough of questions. Thank you, Manish. Certainly, what you brought out